For what TKO did for this year's WrestleMania, we have to say just leave well enough alone and let the product sell itself. Because if you keep on going down this rabbit hole of greed and entitlement, only this can sum up your fate.
You're fucked!
Well put. Hey, yo, what's happening, peoples? It's your boy Blaze here. Back to you with another one here for Venomous Reactions, and we're gonna be talking some TKO business, because right now, their involvement with WWE is becoming atrocious, unnecessary, and complete bullshit. And for what we saw this past Friday on SmackDown, that's a clear indicator of that. Because they want what they want because of their entitlement and greed. And how apropos that WrestleMania came out with this video. TKO has ruined WWE. Something we've been saying for quite some time now. But yeah, TKO is only focused on that mucha de dinero be friend. Not even caring about the product. And not even caring about the fact that the product should sell itself. It doesn't need any outside influences by TKO. But lo and behold, we're getting what we're getting, and people is not happy about it. So we're gonna see what WrestleMania is talking about with this one here. It should be informative and somewhat rage-inducing. So without further ado, let's run it.
When TKO took over WWE, there was hope that any changes the organization would make would actually be positive. TKO had the resources to make so many positive changes to WWE and actually bring the product into the 21st century, especially with Vince McMahon being firmly out the door. However, in their time in charge of WWE, all TKO is focused on is dollar signs. Don't get us wrong, whilst this is understandable as a business, WWE is an art form and needs to be protected and understood, and that's where the company thrives both from a financial and creative perspective. Unfortunately, TKO has made so many drastic changes that the WWE landscape is unrecognizable, and we collectively have to say as pro wrestling fans that TKO has ruined WWE.
Something we've been saying for quite some time, and he is right on the money with this one. The landscape of WWE is not the same as far as the physical perspective, but the product perspective as well. I mean, TKO's involvement, I hate to say it, it's done more harm than good. And for what we've been seeing on the screen lately, enough said. I just quit.
Subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook.
Running up for WrestleMania, y'all.
The commercialization of pro wrestling. Sponsors and brand deals in WWE isn't anything new. If the right opportunity came along, Vince McMahon would be keen to work with key brands and deliver sponsors for matches and even pay-per-view events. However, in the TKO era, this has become the core focus. The ring mat is drenched in sponsors, and there are so many that it's hard to see what the sponsors actually are, which seems counterintuitive. Outside of the ring mat sponsors, there are sponsors on the post, announce tables, and now even merchandise. Dominic Mysterio's latest merchandise has the Dude Wipes logo plastered on it. Who on earth would want to wear a Dude Wipes t-shirt?
What the hell?
The factor that TKO is considering, as they've already made the brand deal, so it makes zero difference to them if fans buy the shirt or not.
I totally missed this. I did not see the fact that he had Dude Wipes on his merchandise. See what I mean? Like, at what point do you have sponsors plastered on superstars merchandise? How do you think that's gonna sell more? Oh my god. This is why I say TKO's involvement with WWE is a fucking headache. And if this ain't a clear indicator of that, I don't know what is. Like, when in the history of WWE merchandising have you seen sponsorships plastered on superstars merchandise? Never. Yeah, okay.
TKO has also started to receive specific sponsors for specific matches. And whilst this could work well on
that is even more insane.
Having bizarre matches such as a Slim Jim Battle Royal, and at WrestleMania 41, a match was on the card just to plug a Viking-related sponsor. This is exhausting as a fan, as the entire product feels like one sponsorship, and pro wrestling has become secondary. But since TKO took over WWE, the product has been moved to Netflix across the globe, and they've signed numerous deals with the likes of ESPN and Peacock. All of these deals have included a major addition of adverts to every single show and PLE broadcast. Let's just break down how the format goes for every PLE. It's the opener, which includes a sponsor, a match, an advert, a match, an advert, and so on so. This is actually why WWE PLEs only have limited matches, as once again the adverts take priority. This is
this new formula, it sucks. It really does suck. I mean, but they have to plug in the sponsorships and get that ad revenue. Unfortunately, that's why there's really so many matches on the PLE. Like at max, it'll probably have like 5 matches at best. Why? Because they want to get the money's worth out of the PLE. And back then you would have like 8 to 10 matches on a PLE at best. And to see that list severely cut by half, it sucks, because you really don't see the talent get their shine on the PLE as they should. But we're getting what we're getting. See what I mean? Why this is rage inducing? Like, what the fuck?
Even more frustrating for international viewers, as those watching on Netflix are forced to watch a title screen along with the most annoying music ever. Seeing broadcast, the idea of actual adverts just makes no sense. The PLE format isn't exactly fan-friendly, and it's hardly a surprise that these shows have zero rewatch value. Greed. The WWE and TKO should change
the almighty
and name it after
the almighty thing, greed.
Pay-per-view Greed, because that's what the company has become. Utterly greedy. This has especially been seen with prices. TKO continues to increase the price of tickets, and now attending a PLE is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and attending WrestleMania is only for the superfan who has saved for months on end, and for sure those multi-millionaires. WWE should be affordable, but that's not currently the
right.
case.
It should.
TKO even has executives outright stating that they could push ticket prices even further, and to say this whilst fans across the world are struggling financially is certainly a questionable call. We're in a world where gas prices have gone through the roof, as well as basic necessities such as food. WWE ticket prices are simply a luxury now. WWE legend Randy Orton was even utterly speechless when he found out how much one fan paid for WrestleMania 41 tickets. This should have been a wake-up call for TKO, but ultimately, they simply don't care, and will milk fans for every single cent they have in their pockets.
And that they have. That they have. Like, dude, floor seats are pretty much starting for floor seats for WrestleMania this year. Last time I checked, was starting off at what? 1,000, and that's like in the back row. Leading up to like front and center, it's pretty much up to 12,000 to 25,000. Where in the everlasting living hell have you ever seen a PLE where front row seats cost that much back in the day? Never, right? And that just feeds into the whole TKO is greedy as hell. And if that ain't a clear indicator, I don't know what is.
They see dollar signs everywhere, and for WrestleMania season in 2026, they introduced special fan packages, including charging $10,000 to tour Cody Rhodes' bus. Well,
that's even more insane.
Just to make pasta with a WWE superstar. No offense, but I'd be pretty irate if you drop 9 G's and then you find out that you're making pasta with kayfabe. Mainstream buzz for all the wrong reasons, and even Cody Rhodes had to admit that TKO had gone too far, and it was an insane amount of money. Messy contracts. When TKO first took over, they received endless praise for putting talent welfare at the forefront. House shows would be virtually abolished, allowing talent to rest, and talent can now request specific days off via an app. It was clear that TKO was going to be a company that would make sure that talent weren't working into oblivion, and the days of them working 300 days a year were going to be no more. And whilst this continues to be the case for the most part, the darker side of the new era was seen when numerous wrestlers and personalities left the company. When Samantha Irvin left the company, she revealed that she had a 2-year non-compete clause written into her contract. This meant that she wasn't permitted to sign for any other wrestling company for those entire 2 years. Fans were convinced that this was some kind of mistake, but it actually turned out to be completely correct. Irvin was urged to challenge this via a legal route, and there was still no updates on if Irvin plans to do this. Another situation occurred with Andrade. When Andrade was fired from the company in the summer of 2025, it was revealed that he had a new 1-year non-compete clause despite being fired. This once again received major criticism and received mainstream attention for all the wrong reasons. There was no way that this would
I can see why.
And it appeared that TKO believed they had the powers that went beyond legal jurisdiction. Now, Andrade would return to AEW programming before he was immediately pulled after AEW found out about this unusual non-compete duration. Thankfully, Andrade's legal team was able to sort this out, and he was eventually able to re-sign with AEW and continue where he left off, where he's there on a full-time basis. Fan focus is gone though. The WWE Network has been shut down across the globe, and in doing so, this has highlighted how little TKO cares about the audience. The WWE Network contained the entire backlog of WWE programming, but since they made the move over to Netflix internationally, the uploads of past content have stopped completely. Currently, there are no reports that WWE is planning on adding the entire backlog to the platform, and as things stand, this is now lost media. When you go and
Man, who remembers WWE Network? I know I sure do. And for the simple fact that they abolished that completely ever since signing over to Netflix, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind on how little they care about, less about the audience and more about how they can maximize the profit. I hate to say this, but TKO had us bamboozled. They had us bamboozled into thinking that everything was going to be for the greater good, but in actuality, it turns out for the worse. And we as fans of the product, we hate the direction. We hate it, we hate it, we hate it. And we will continue to say it until someone up there in the higher ups actually fucking listens. But 9 times out of 10, they're not. And they're going to continue to do what they do. So all we can do is just bear with it. Unfortunately.
To the Netflix platform, you may just find a few episodes here and there. There are still some decades missing from the actual Raw vault. Just remember what we had with the WWE
I'm not
Network.
completely shocked.
We were even uploading episodes of WWF Superstars on that. It's definitely something that we all took for granted. And just remember, this was a platform that only cost $9.99. $9.99 for the whole WWE library.
$9.99.
But this is something that TKO just isn't interested in, as they are likely under the impression that it wouldn't bring significant revenue into the company. Kayfabe is no more. In the TKO era, kayfabe is practically gone out of the window. Under TKO, WWE Unreal debuted on Netflix. This show absolutely shattered kayfabe. It gave fans an insight into the behind the scenes of WWE like never before. The show would reveal the entire creative process behind WWE, and it would actively tell the audience that their art form was a scripted medium. Even those fans who didn't want to watch the show were exposed to it. On Raw and SmackDown each week, the show would be plugged, and WWE would actively tell the audience after delivering a major TV angle that they can see the inner workings of the company via the documentary series.
I'm going to be honest, I never watched WWE Unreal and don't plan to watch it because what for? Honestly, to me, I don't see the point of them having this series. But then again, I wouldn't be shocked if it was another move made by TKO. I would not be shocked at all.
Some would argue that in the social media era that kayfabe is certainly dead. However, this goes beyond social media antics. This is literally showing us the inner workings of the company, something that the general audience was never privy to. Ultimately, the show had little benefit to the product and has mainly exposed several WWE creative team members for being completely out of touch. Countless WWE names have
that it did for what I heard.
A series that ages like milk as the years go on. WWE is now even producing storylines such as a fake injury angle to provide content for the series, which is one of the most puzzling creative calls ever made. The worst angle ever? Just 2 weeks before WrestleMania 42, WWE, well, specifically TKO, decided to shake up the Night 1 main event of WrestleMania 42. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton was a highly anticipated matchup, and nobody in their right mind would think of changing the natural story of the match. Well, this is TKO we're talking about, so of course they first insert Jelly Roll, and then they revealed Pat McAfee as the man who was on the phone to Randy Orton. And to say that the reveal was atrociously executed is an understatement, and McAfee...
Atrocious is indeed an understatement, because who wanted Pat McAfee involved in this storyline? Who the hell wanted Jelly Roll involved in this storyline? Certainly not us as the fans. We didn't ask for this. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. Just let the story sell itself. But unfortunately, they got their hands on the storyline and they completely crapped the bed. And for what we saw this past Friday on SmackDown, just blow up the storyline. Just blow up Pat McAfee's involvement with the storyline. Strap it to a NASA rocket and launch it to the damn sun. Because we didn't ask for it and we do not care.
His promo made things even worse. He would explain that the ratings are down for WWE, and ticket sales for WrestleMania are also down. He would then state that he wants WWE to return to the heights of the Attitude Era. This was literally McAfee outright burying the WWE product during WrestleMania season.
Pretty much.
That TKO believed that this would ultimately positively influence ticket sales. Surprisingly, as it stands, it hasn't in any capacity. It was completely short-sighted, as it was designed to make Orton look good, but Orton is of course 50% of the main event of the show that McAfee was calling out for low ticket sales. So it's completely misguided. It was also reported that TKO truly believes that the former WWE commentator is a massive draw for the company. This report suggested that TKO head honcho Area Manuel is president of the McAfee fan club, and is a true influence and power behind McAfee's new role.
This ass clown. He actually believes that Pat McAfee would be a major draw. That shows how little you know about the product. Like, Randy Orton is a draw by himself. Cody Rhodes is a draw by himself. Put those two together, massive draw. You had something concrete there. And yet, you took the reins and completely took a diarrhea shit all over the whole entire storyline. Like 20 years of history between the two. That sold itself. But then, look-y, you just have a memeable face that you just want to punch. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Fucking idiot.
On WWE television. There's not a single metric to prove this as factually correct. McAfee has been an active part of WWE programming on and off for the best part of half a decade, and he's never been a big ticket mover. Just last year,
exactly. Thank you.
Versus Gunther, there wasn't a positive uptake in ticket sales when his match was announced, so TKO is evidently using the wrong data. I mean, everyone is so obsessed with Pat McAfee.
Evidently,
that he's going to be the next Sylvester Stallone. Whatever area Manuel's on, I want to be on it too. It might be programming much better. And the obsession. TKO is ultimately becoming a brand that is becoming obsessed with celebrities, and it's almost as if they are utterly ashamed to be presenting a pro wrestling product. They see McAfee as bigger than any star in the company, and this is definitely going to define the relationship between fans and TKO moving forward, as fans have simply had enough. If due to the backlash to the McAfee reveal and subsequent promo, WWE would have Cody Rhodes appear on SmackDown and deliver an unscripted promo. This was actually said to come from real-life frustrations from the creative team directed right at TKO, and it was clear that Rhodes was legitimately seething. What we're seeing is a power struggle play out in real time, as TKO is trying to push WWE creative to go in a certain direction, whilst WWE and the creative team are insistent that they're given free reign to deliver the WWE product that they know fans will enjoy. TKO also need to remember that when they took over the company a number of years ago, they inherited a product that was on fire. TKO didn't inherit WWE in 2004 or 2019, 2 years in which they were notoriously struggling to bring in an audience. The logical thing to do as a business would be to ride this wave and allow WWE to continue as they were, but they just couldn't.
Precisely what I've been saying. Just let the product sell itself. I mean, they were already cooking with something. And before the merger happened, I have to admit, we had high hopes for it. But as the months and weeks and whatever time went by, it just got worse and worse and worse. Whew. Let me calm down before I have a fucking ulcer.
Resist. They wanted to milk WWE for every cent it could, and now this has led to a dire situation that we find ourselves in just a matter of days before the biggest show of the calendar year. It's an absolute mess. But here's something you could do in the comments down below.
That's a fact.
Give me at least one positive of TKO taking over WWE. Just one positive. Let me know, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
At this point, I don't think anybody could come up with one. I mean, the only positive thing that could have happened is that Vince McMahon is no longer at the helm. I think that's the only thing people is going to say about it. I can't say that, the merger with TKO being the umbrella of UFC and WWE, I have to admit, concept-wise, it was stellar. But to see how they move and execute things, it leaves you thinking otherwise. Their involvement with the product that didn't need their assistance at all, it's starting to make the product look sucky. It's starting to make the product look more ass. Because the storylines, the people involved in the storylines, it makes no sense. And having people who are celebrities be involved in said storylines makes no sense. Like, just let the superstars, let the product cook itself. Because before they got involved, they were on fire. I mean, it was nonstop, moment at the moment at the moment at the moment. And now those moments are looking more and more tainted. For the life of me, TKO better get it together. Otherwise, people is gonna be voicing a lot more harsh criticism. And it's not because of WWE and the creative. It's the higher ups. And you're gonna hear a whole lot more people be more vocal than ever. But thank you to WrestleMania for this video, because this was needed. This was needed to detox from what we've been seeing, especially on the SmackDown product for the past few weeks. For the life of me, I don't get it. But I want to know, was WrestleMania spot on with this one? Let the comment section have it. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. And don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe. So kick it with your boy just one solid time. And please do follow your boy on social media right over yonder. And this is your boy Blaze saying Chuck the Deuce. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I am out.